Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Joshua Benjamin Ali, the CEO of JBA Consults. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at the role of recruitment agencies in scaling fast. So as businesses grow, the ability to scale teams quickly becomes a top priority for that business. And in today's fast-moving world, delays in hiring can literally slow down operations, delay product launches, and even cost valuable market share to basically drop. And this presentation is basically going to explore how recruitment agencies serve as vital partners in overcoming these challenges and helping companies to be able to scale efficiently and strategically. So without further ado, let's get right into today's video. And we are going to start with why speed matters. So rapid business growth requires immediate access to top-tier talent. The hiring delays the cost, productivity, revenue, and market share, and recruitment agencies bridge the gap between expertise, speed, and scalability. So that is why it matters in growth. Now, just as I said before, we're looking to explore how these agencies, these recruitment agencies, are able to become, or they are vital partners in helping companies to be able to overcome certain challenges that they face when they're trying to scale up, and how to be able to do that efficiently and strategically. So, challenges of scaling with internal teams. So first, we have internal HR teams that may lack the capacity for rapid expansion. We also have limited sourcing methods and long hiring cycles, which slow down the operations, and reactive hiring, which increases the risk of poor culture fit and bad hires. Now, internal HR teams are usually built for steady state operations, not hypergrowth. So during expansion, they face bottlenecks like limited networks, lack of time, and reactive hiring. And this often leads to rushed decisions, high turnover, and burnout. So partnering with external agency provides an instant boost in capability and capacity. So that ensures you don't compromise on the quality. This is very important. Making sure that you don't compromise on quality. That is quality of the people or the potential hires you're going to have. Let's move on. So value proposition of recruitment agencies. So what is the value proposition? Access to pre-vetted talent across industries and geographies, expertise in specialized sourcing, screening, and placement, the use of technology, that is ATS, AI matching, and skills assessments, and faster time to fill and better long-term retention. So recruitment agencies basically bring in much more than just resumes. They use advanced sourcing strategies, AI-driven tools, and some robust assessment platforms to identify top talents. So it results in faster placements, better retention, reduced hiring errors. And whether you're hiring engineers, marketers, executives, agencies, ensure the right people actually show up and stay. For example, in JBA Consults, when it has to do with recruitment, we go through a lot of processes to make sure that the person who is going to be recommended is top-notch. And even though they might be top-notch, they also go through intensive interviews with the customer because they have their own team who are basically going to interview this person to confirm that the person is going to be a good match. But even with that, during the uh, trial period, the probational period, we even offer the customers the opportunity to be able to change this person should the person later on not be a right fit, because the person might be a fit for the manager but not be a fit for the whole team. So it all depends on the process. We make sure that it's actually as quality as possible. That way, we don't have to deal with some kind of fallback or some issues later on with the customer. So we make sure that it's top notch, they get the right people, and then they're able to scale faster. So it's very, very, very essential that you make sure that when you're hiring someone, you go through this intensive process, which most companies unfortunately are not able to do. So it has to go through the recruitment agencies because we actually have the expertise to be able to handle certain things like that. All right, let's move on. Scalability and flexible hiring solutions. So in this case, we have just 3 points. Agencies can quickly ramp up hiring efforts when demand spikes. Multiple service models. So we have retained search, project-based contingencies, and ideal for startups, so scale-ups and enterprise expansions. So recruitment agencies operate on scalable models. What it means is they can handle a sudden need for 30 hires or just one niche executive without missing a beat, just like I was saying earlier on. So what you're paying for is what you need and when you need it. So for example, if a startup comes and they say they need such and such number of people, because of the network that recruitment agencies have, they're able to find you what you need and provide it when you need it. This is very essential and is useful for high growth startups or companies entering into new markets. Speed to market through faster hiring. So agencies reduce hiring cycles by up to 50%. The faster onboarding supports quicker project delivery and execution, and they help avoid delays in sales, development, and market entry. Because every day a position stays open is a day of lost productivity and opportunity. So recruitment agencies accelerate time to hire dramatically. And by doing so, it allows your teams to meet deadlines, to be able to execute on strategy, and stay ahead of the competition, which is very important because there is something that I always say to people. The idea that you have for your business, somebody also has the same idea. You're not the only person who has thought of it because we're so many people in the world. Every single person has an idea that is connected to another person who has also had the idea. The difference is who executed his first. That is the difference. So making sure that you stay ahead of the competition is the only way that you're able to actually scale up your business. And by utilizing the services of a recruitment agency will help you to be able to achieve that. It's time saving in hiring translates directly into time gained in delivery. Quality and risk management. So agencies ensure the candidates' background checks are done. They ensure skill assessments are done and reference verification. Structured interview processes reduce unconscious bias, and better hiring decisions stronger teams, and fewer placements. So speed doesn't have to come at the cost of quality. A good agency applies structured, data-driven screening to ensure you're not just filling roles, you're making smart long-term hires. And the result is lower turnover, stronger teams, and reduced legal and operational risk. Because if you hire someone who happens to be with questionable background, it could cost the company a lot. So making sure that these things are taken care of and there is no bias because the recruitment agency is not focused on relationships. We've mainly focused on making sure that the customer gets the best of what they're paying for. And because of that, we're actually able to conduct the best background checks, check their skills assessments, make sure that their skills are top notch, and also check their verification, the verification of their references to make sure that the references that they have are not just fake. In that way, we make sure that your legal team, for example, does not have to deal with certain unwanted problems, which is very, very important. And that is something that recruitment agencies, that is top-notch recruitment agencies, all good recruitment agencies take very, very serious. Now, global talent acquisition made easy. So, recruitment partners with international reach simplify cross-border hiring. Agencies handle local compliance, permits, and relocation logistics, and it's easier entry into new markets with culturally aligned candidates. So, using the right recruitment agency gives you this opportunity to be able to make sure that the partners, recruitment partners, are top-notch and internationally reachable, cross-border hiring. So, for example, we have the opportunity to be able to hire people for businesses. I have customers from the US, we have customers from Canada, we have customers in Europe, but different countries in Europe, for example. And due to the fact that we are a recruitment agency, we are able to target these areas and make sure that the customers are getting the best. So if you're expanding internationally, the complexity of hiring multiplies. So each country has its own rules, expectations, the hiring culture. So, for example, in our company, with our global reach and local understanding, it makes the cross-border hiring smooth, fast, and compliant because we understand the laws. We help you enter new markets with the right people on board from day one. So let's look at some case studies, for example. Due to NDA, we will not be able to disclose the company's name specifically. So that's why we just put a fintech. So, for example, fintech company wanted to expand to 3 EU countries. And they wanted to hire, the objective was to hire 12 developers and 3 project managers under 2 months. So the solution was we had to customize their sourcing and use some automated text screening and relocation assistance to be able to help them get these people. So the text sourcing screening had to do with partnering with other companies, for example, checking the background of the person to understand who this person is. And then with the experience that we have, making the relocation much more easier for the companies. So the outcome was all roles were filled on time with 92% retention after 1 year. So we had to change some people, but 92% of the people who were actually presented stayed with the company. So And that is proof that fast hiring can still be of high quality. So making sure that they're able to return these people and actually yield an outcome for that company, it means that hiring fast does not necessarily mean that the quality will be bad. It just means that you are trusting a company that has the experience to be able to deliver the results that you want. Now, this is just a little bit of some kind of advertisement for JBA. So we have about 10 years experience in sales, tech, and multilingual recruitment, local presence in Poland with international sourcing capabilities. We have transparent communication, fast delivery, and cultural alignment, because it's very important that people understand the cultural aspect, because every person has their own, I wouldn't say mannerisms per se, but your environment makes you. So being able to adapt or being able to connect with another person from a different environment goes a long way to help with teams. So scalable recruitment solutions tailored to business needs. So what sets JBA apart is basically our blend of experience and agility. We understand how to scale teams in complex industries and across borders. Our process is very transparent because everything is directly communicated as clear as possible, and the results basically speak for themselves. So if you are looking for a partner to work with who delivers quality, speed, and alignment, then JBA Consults is basically here for you. So, my final thoughts. Recruitment agencies are strategic growth enablers. They offer speed, reach, and flexibility that internal teams may lack. So, to wrap up, scaling is hard, but it doesn't have to be slow. Recruitment agencies like JBA Consults can help you move faster, hire smarter, and build stronger teams. So if you're planning to grow or feeling the hiring pressure, why don't you book a consultation with us today, and let's help you scale your workforce together. And that's going to be it for this video. If you do have any questions, do let me know in the comments below. I will do well to respond to them. And I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.